This morning on today's checklist, we are talking about a condition that can seriously impact your quality of life. Maybe you've heard of tinnitus or tinnitus, often described as ringing in the ears. An estimated 50 million adults in the U.S. have it. Lucky for me, I'm one of them. It's something I've been dealing with for more than a year. Since this week marks Tinnitus Awareness Week, we have Dr. Maura Cosetti here to share more information about it. She's a board-certified ear, nose, and throat doctor and the director of the Ear Institute at Mount Sinai Hospital. Good morning, doctor. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So I just happen to say in passing, you know, I have this constant ringing in my ears, and then everybody else says, me too, me too. It's much more common than I thought. But what exactly is it?
So tinnitus is actually a phantom sound. It's a sound that you hear, but it's not coming from the outside. And it comes from the Latin word, actually, which means tenere, to ring. But for many people, it's not a tonal sound. It could be a buzzing or a frying or even a whooshing sound.
What's your sound?
Yeah.
One's like, eh, the other one's like, wah, wah. There's a lot going on.
All the time?
All the time.
Yeah, it can be a really difficult problem, characterized in lots of different ways.
I mean, it sounds like torturous, and I did not know that you had this, and I'm sorry, but like, what are some of the causes? Because everybody's like reaching out of the woodwork for her about like, is it perimenopause? Everyone's got a pet theory. What are the causes?
Well, how much time do we have on this segment? No, I'm
About
just
2.5 minutes.
no, I'm just kidding, because there's chapters, literally textbooks full of different causes. The most important thing I think to take away from it is actually its close link with hearing loss. Much like a radio that can't or loses its signal, gets a static. And in fact, the brain is very similar. So hearing loss and tinnitus can be very closely related. But gosh, there's lots of other causes. Could be allergies, even nasal congestion, blockage in the ear, some serious causes like a tumor or a growth on the hearing nerve, and then a bucket of other causes, which can include things like migraine or even stress, which of course we all have.
And noise exposure too, which would explain why one of our stage managers, Dave, who deals with bands and musicians all the time, he has it.
You got it. And noise exposure is extremely common, not just for people who are in bands, but for everyday people, and not just from New Yorkers either. People that are mowing their lawn at home or going to the Super Bowl game, hair dryers, lots of things.
I mean, I mean, obviously it's terribly inconvenient, but is there a point at which someone who suffers from this should seek a medical opinion or go see their doctor?
Yes, exactly. There's a couple really concerning things that people should definitely see an ear, nose, and throat doctor for. The first one would be if it's only in one ear. And the second would be if there's anything associated with it, like dizziness, vertigo, fluid coming from the ear, or if you have like a sudden hearing loss. In all of those cases, you want to seek out a specialist or even an audiologist who could test your hearing and a doctor who can check it out.
And I did all that. My hearing's fine. There's no fluid in my ears. I haven't had a cold recently. I mean, like, everything checks off just fine. And then the end result is, well, there's nothing we can really do about it.
You know, for most of us who treat this condition, we're really focused on the underlying cause. I mentioned that chapter of different causes, and that's really crucial to have a relationship with a doctor to try to figure that out. But beyond that, treating the hearing loss, crucial if it's present, including with hearing aids or cochlear implants, which are extremely effective at that. And lastly is sound therapy. Sound therapy both masks the sound, but also kind of relaxes and distracts your brain. And then there's even cognitive behavioral therapy, which is a special retraining of the brain. And those are all quite effective.
So basically, you're just going to do more work to get rid of this now? You get another job to get rid of your tinnitus.
If you guys keep talking to me, it's distracting and I don't notice it. So, yes.
We'll just keep
50
talking.
million people suffer with it. I just had no idea.
So I feel you, I see you, I'm right there with you.
And you hear them too.
And I can hear you. Great, yeah. To learn more about Dr. Cosetti's at-home remedies for tinnitus or tinnitus, head to today.com.
Thank you, doctor.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.